All right, guys. Hey, it's Rick Bigger giving us some more CEUs. Today we're going to talk a little bit about cleaning the medic and cleaning the cot. The registry and the state of Oklahoma requires them to do a class on how to decon the medic properly every year. So we're going to go over it here. We just had a class over infectious disease. You guys should have watched the video on that before this month, and that covers some of this already. We're going to hit it up real quick, kind of a quick video, and then talk through it. And then this will give you guys a good time to clean your medics and make sure they're all good. So kind of cleaning things first. This can go in the morning. This can go after a call. The way I like to do it is in the morning to make sure that it gets clean, just like we clean the outside and make sure it's ready. We clean the inside to make sure that it's ready for a patient. And then after any call, obviously, you tell me you have a patient back there, we do it. And then I like to clean again before we turn it over to the next crew in case they get an early call and they don't have time to clean it. It's ready for them. But let's talk about some of the cleaning stuff we use. Probably the most common is the purple wipe, what most people use to clean with. And basically this is a couple different types of ammonia in low concentrate and then a lot of rubbing alcohol is essentially what is on these wipes. As a matter of fact, it's 55% rubbing alcohol, so it's really high concentrated rubbing alcohol. If you ever, obviously you smell it and you can, you know right away there's a lot of alcohol in there. Okay? So you'll notice the ammonia and alcohol are the common ones that we use, the other being bleach to kill with. This is very effective. The strongest thing that we have in the truck by far is this. So this can be used to wipe down any surface. The only thing that you should not put this on is the plexiglass that covers your windows on the inside. Never use anything on those except for glass cleaner. So if they have blood or something on there, we can use glass cleaner to clean those off with. But don't use these on because they'll cloud the windows. Okay, so this is kind of our universal cleaner that we use quite a bit. The other big one that we have is the citrus spray. So where these are different, okay, is this citrus spray has no alcohol in it. So this is not nearly as strong as the purple wipes that we have for sure. And it's really not that much stronger than your common cleaners that we have that we use at the station. It just has ammonia in it. Safe to use and everything. Like I said, except with the exception of the glass. The only thing we use is glass cleaner on it. One thing I thought was kind of interesting looking through this stuff when I was doing this class is what is in the citrus spray that makes it special. It's just a higher concentration. If you look at the ingredients of your scrubbing bubbles, you'll see different types of ammonia that are in there. And you'll see that the concentration for this is half of what the citrus spray is. So really the citrus spray and the scrubbing bubble, with the exception of the soap, the other ingredients that make the soap that's in this, that make it foam, this is the same thing. This is just double the concentration that this is. So what we do know, concentration-wise, is the scrubbing bubbles will kill everything except for it won't kill COVID, it won't kill the flu. You will see 99.9, but you won't see it labeled that it'll kill the flu, and you won't see it labeled that will kill COVID because they're not sure. It should, but they're not sure. But it's just not as concentrated as your citrus, but basically the same thing. Others out there, Proof Cleaner, right? Microban or Lysol, same difference. Some people say Microban works longer. This is more expensive, but we've been getting this because Lysol kind of got sold out for quite a while. You look through it, same type of deal. It has a lot of ammonia in it, and that's what it uses to kill germs with. Okay? Something I thought was pretty interesting, the Lysol and the citrus has a lot more concentration of ammonia than Microban does. So kind of stepping down our steps in what's most powerful. The other universal one we use quite a bit, it's different, is bleach. Okay, we have several different types of stuff. Bleach wipes we have, you can make your own. We have bottles, you'll see we have Clorox cleaner, right? And we dilute that 10 to 1, so that would be the amount of bleach that's in there. The rest will be water. Okay, make sure that you don't mix your bleach hot, what I call it, at the gym. It's a lesson I learned from outside of here is more bleach is not better. It doesn't kill anything. It doesn't kill any more than the regular bleach does. Once you get to that limit of 10 to 1, the rest of it just gets left over as residue on everything. So back during COVID, we were having to clean the gym religiously in order to be open. We would get bleach buildup all over our mats and it would be slippery. And you would fill the film with bleach on there, and we had to bring in sprayers with just hot water and hot water wash the gym to try to get all that film out of there because it wasn't getting rubbed off on anything, so we weren't using the gym and it was just building up. Okay, you'll notice this on the seats. You can feel it. If it's been concentrated too much, you can feel it on the seats. You can smell it in the air, obviously, but you'll feel it. It doesn't make it any better. It just leaves residue everywhere. What it will do is bleach will, as we know, bleach everything and discolor stuff. So using high concentrations of bleach in the back of the ambulance will eventually discolor all your seats. It will discolor your cot, it will discolor the T-pack or whatever you're spraying it on. So 10 to 1 is good. Any more than that, and you're just going to mess stuff up and leave film everywhere. So it doesn't make it better to do that. And we have our wipes, obviously. We can use these and everything. And they have these have ammonia in them, and then they have a small amount of bleach on them. Usually the bleach wipes are yellow. I'm sure this does have bleach in it. It does. Usually they're yellow. Maybe that's the Lysol thing. Usually things that bleach are yellow, to let you know. So what? Glass cleaner. Yeah, something interesting about glass cleaner, especially the kind that we use. Okay, the one we have, you'll see this right on the back. It says contains no ammonia. This is kind of one of my pet peeves that I see people do, and you hear them say, but they use glass cleaner to disinfect the ambulance, and then they think they're doing something. You're not doing anything whatsoever. This type of glass cleaner has no ammonia in it. It doesn't kill anything. It does do a really good job of cleaning glass. That's what it's for, but it does not decon anything. So you cannot use glass cleaner on the surfaces in the back. We use glass cleaner to clean the glass, and that's it. But anything clean the glass cleaner is clean, but it's not sanitized in any way. Same thing with your scrubbing bubbles. Okay, these scrubbing bubbles, they can be used, especially on the floor, if you're trying to get dirt off. But just remember that you're trying to clean dirt, blood, whatever off the floor. You're not necessarily deconning it. So use your scrubbing bubbles, use its soap and its foam action to get the dirt off or the blood off or whatever, and then use one of the other cleaners to kill all the germs. This does kill quite a bit of stuff. It can kill some strains of the flu, and I'm sure it is somewhat effective against COVID. But like I said, the concentration is not high enough for them to say that it'll always work. But that's different types of stuff we have as far as cleaning that's out there that we use. We have Clorox spray as well. We didn't have any here. We have Clorox spray sometimes in the bathroom. Obviously, it's the same as wipes, or the same as making your own, so we can use it as well. But it's kind of your common stuff that's out there and things that you'll use. All right, guys, so cleaning the back. Right, gonna go over quickly. We've all cleaned a lot of ambulances. We all know how to clean an ambulance. The three things I really like to use are the citrus, the Lysol, and the purple ones. They basically have all the same thing in them. They're all ammonia, so they don't react with each other. Something to think about is spraying bleach all over the back and then using, let's say, citrus spray with that, and you're mixing chemicals together. So these all have the same chemicals, different concentrations in them. So the medic needs to have everything cleaned, should have every surface cleaned. At least one time a shift. I like to do it in the morning before we go out on any calls. After we check the medic, we make sure all the equipment's there. The ambulance gets cleaned front to back, so we know it's been cleaned. And then obviously after any time that we have a call, anything that the patient touched, or especially the areas like the action area and the bed seat over here that we lay things on, make sure that they're cleaned. Okay. So for me, citrus cleaner, I use Microban in the front and Lysol, whatever. Right, citrus cleaner on all the surfaces. Okay, soak everything down. This has a spray option and a stream. Of course, it's on stream. Right, I can soak everything that you would touch down, everything that could have something on it. Striker cot, same thing. For the striker loader, same thing. I use this. We touch these constantly. Okay, the top of the striker loader gets blood over it all the time on any trauma call, and you'll find it months later still on there because no one has wiped down the striker loader. Okay? So, soak it down with spray. Right, same thing, just working front to back. Main thing is things that we touch, any surface that there is, and then things that we touch. So I'm just going to spray it down, front to back, everything that has a surface gets cut, gets hit with citrus. All across the surface. One exception being the windows. Do not spray the windows with citrus. We heard earlier, multiple times now, only glass cleaner on the glass. All right. Now I can let that sit so it works. It takes 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes for the citrus to work. Okay, it tells you right here on this, disinfects in 2 minutes, so I can't clean it off. I can't dry it off right away. So what I like to do is spray it on there, it's starting to soak, and then I can use my purple wipes, which I need gloves to use, to wipe it off with. I'm not sure which one it is, whether it's the level ammonia or the level rubbing alcohol. I do know that these are really bad for your liver and that you soak them in over time, repetitive use, just like anything else, exposure to like other cancer-causing stuff, right? We use these every day or every third day for 20 years, 4 or 5 times a shift, and then your liver gives out, apparently, so. Always have gloves on whenever you use it. Right, so we can get some of this, and then now I can just wipe everything down that I did all the way. The one thing right away that I know I forgot was the handrails on the top. Now that I'm looking in, trying to talk at the same time, those get forgot constantly. That your hands go up there, often covered with blood, so let's make sure that we get those. All right, guys, I'm gonna wipe this down, and then I'll get back with you. So now the front of the truck, okay? This is where I like to use the Microban or the Lysol at. It works a lot better. It doesn't put out as much. If you use citrus spray up here, it makes the seats wet, and then you have to wait a while to get it all out. I like to use Lysol because, same thing, but it's easier to use. It's also aerosol, so I can get into all the nooks and crannies. Spray my seat down really good. Spray the dash down. Floorboard, everything that you would touch. Lysol makes this really easy to make sure that I covered everything so that nothing gets mixed. You just wipe this down with the wipe, you didn't get into any nooks and crannies, and there's going to be dirt and blood and germs still all over the front. You're going to do this obviously on the other side. Always make sure, hook your partner up, take care of the handrail, get all that nasty stuff from him wearing his gloves in the front of the truck. So, spray it down. We don't have to do anything to the cloth, it just dries on its own. The rest of it, take a purple wipe, wipe it all down just exactly like we did the back. If you have a lot of dirt or mud in the bottom of your floorboard, obviously use one of our cleaning towels to get that off. Get that all out of there so the truck's turned over nice and clean. This would be a good time as well. If you're here to use your glass cleaner and clean the inside of your window and the inside of your windshield off so you can see. Center console as well. Lots of buttons, lots of little nooks and crannies for stuff and blood. Anything you touch up here, radio, inside of your truck, wipe your mic off. Make sure you get all that stuff and get a nice, good, clean truck to turn over to the next crew. And you don't leave behind germs, blood, etc. for them. All right, guys, so you're caught. All right, so just hitting the cot in the morning without getting it deconned after a call. The only difference really is you're not gonna have a sheet and a pack on there after the call, and you're gonna decon the pad of the bed as well, the structure. Okay. In between calls, or in the mornings or something quick to do, to get this thing ready. Right, this is where Microban to me or Lysol works better than the citrus, because the citrus leaves a lot of, makes it really, really wet. But I can do this really quickly just by spraying with Lysol. I can get every nook and cranny inside of here all hit very quick. There's really no excuse to not clean the cot, not have a clean cot all the time. It takes literally less than 30 seconds. Spray down every surface that I might touch with the Lysol. Same thing with your buckles. I can spray the end of the buckles real quick and spray the whole thing. And they're not soaking wet. So if I got a call right now, I can still run the call without having, like, the citrus, it soaks everything. I can get every single belt, get it all cleaned off very quick. Right, so any surface that should touch. The legs, okay, something that people don't pay enough attention to. I know we've all done it. We'll find blood and all types of stuff down here on the bottom of the leg. So if I pull the cot out of the truck, I can quickly just spray down the legs and take a look at it and make sure that they're not filthy. And I can do more cleaning if I need. Obviously, that's why I can get my citrus cleaner or soap and water with a scrub brush, whatever I need to get it more clean. Same thing as before. I hit everything quick. Get my purple wipes out. Do the final wipe down with purple wipes and leave everything damp. And then I clean everything real good. Get every surface with my purple wipes. I'm not going to bore you, maybe wipe stuff down. I'll go ahead and finish this, and we'll talk a bit more. So you guys, that's pretty much it. The one thing, we didn't go over mopping the back. Obviously, you're going to mop the floor. We all know that. We're going to mop the floor either before we turn the truck over or in the morning if we get it. If it's not clean when we get it, we just get it taken care of. Okay, so the main hits from this, we got every surface of the ambulance that could possibly, in the back of the truck has to be cleaned. In the front of the truck, anything that we touch, all the surfaces up there, they have to be cleaned as well. Obviously, just for cleanliness purposes, we get mud, dirt, grime, etc. out of there. But we got to make sure that we are doing as good of a job cleaning the inside of our trucks as we do the outside of our trucks. Appearance definitely matters, but reality matters too. We can't have the outside of our trucks spotless and the inside's filthy. So we have to make sure we clean those for the safety of our patients and the safety of each other, so we're not spreading sickness around, especially during flu season would be the big one. It gets transmitted back there quite a bit. Flus, cold, etc. Kind of common stuff. Last takeaway, make sure you're using the stuff that we're supposed to be. We can't use glass cleaners or decon things. That's made to clean the glass. Obviously, we can use scrubbing bubbles to get dirt out of the floor, get dirt off the floor, but we still have to use this ultimately to clean it out. And look in the back of your scrubbing bubbles, you'll see it doesn't have a high enough concentration to kill everything, so we want to make sure we use either this citrus or purple wipes, Lysol Microban to get that taken care of. So guys, thanks for watching. I know this isn't the most interesting subject, but it is very, very important. So thank you. I appreciate you. Make sure that you guys are taking advantage of the time you have in your skills section next. Get outside and make sure ambulances are up to par. I'll talk to you guys soon.